Viewed by many as the poacher's weapon and misunderstood by others, bow hunting is illegal throughout much of Europe. I'm Rob Gerstner, history buff and international archery hunter. With a strong desire for free-range, fair chase archery hunting and an eagerness to harvest an animal in its native environment, my global pursuit has led me to Macedonia. I'm fortunate enough to have secured a one-of-a-kind archery permit for Balkan Chamois. If successful, I will be the only modern bow hunter on record in this small Eastern European country. To those devoid of imagination, a blank place on the map is a useless waste. To others, the most valuable part. At the edge of civilization exists a place few have heard of and hardly any have been. A place where life is harder. Time moves a little slower, and nights are darker. Crossing this threshold is a step back in time. History abounds and the culture rich. I'm Rob Gerstner, and as a global hunter, I travel the world in search of these blank places. And every destination has shown me that the void on the map is in reality full of amazing things. My pursuits take me to the farthest reaches of the earth in search of some of the most challenging high mountain species. And as if the rugged terrain and unpredictable weather weren't enough, I've upped the ante with a free-range, fair chase, archery-only standard. And this is just the beginning, driven by a passion for wildlife conservation and a fascination with history. These hunts take me on an adventure few could ever imagine. For me, hunting isn't a sport or hobby. It's a calling to something greater, an invitation to climb higher and go farther, to venture beyond the edge of civilization. This is Skopje, the capital city of modern-day Macedonia. Statues and historical markers here and elsewhere throughout the country are constant reminders of the long and storied past of the Balkan Peninsula. 4 of the world's greatest ancient empires held reign in this region, including the grandiose Macedonian Empire, under the rule of Philip II and continued by Alexander the Great. The small coastal kingdom of Macedon became the most powerful and largest empire of its time, stretching from the Balkans in the west to modern-day Pakistan in the east. The conquests of Alexander the Great facilitated the spread of Greek culture and language, allowing for advances in both the arts and sciences. With Alexander's death in 323 BC, the empire began a downward spiral that ended with Roman conquest 150 years later. Wanting to dive more into the rich history of this land, I meet up with historian and tour guide Clement.
We are here at the square, the central area of Ohrid.
Well established since at least the 4th century BC, Ohrid is believed to be one of the longest continuously inhabited cities in the world. Built around 200 BC, the ancient theater of Ohrid is one of the oldest existing sites in the city. When the Romans conquered the Macedonian Empire, this theater and many others like it were turned into spectacles of human blood sport.
Many early Christians were killed here, executed, eaten alive by the wild beasts. This was a place of a bloody past.
For nearly 300 years, Christians were brutally tortured and killed. The conversion of Emperor Constantine to Christianity led to the prohibition of gladiator fights and greater religious tolerance.
They rapidly tried to destroy it,
Yeah.
but they couldn't manage because they are very, very heavy blocks. Some of the blocks were taken, implemented in some other structures, and they buried the whole place to be forgotten.
So it was all buried?
No one knew about the existence of this.
It was buried.
Of this thing. It was buried.
Wow. The spread of Christianity into the Balkans brought the construction of new churches. Built on the location of what some historians believed to be a pagan ritual site, the Church of St. Sophia has stood firm since the 11th century.
The first church was built by Samuel, and when the Byzantines, when they took over the jurisdiction, they destroyed the church of Samuel, and on the fundaments of that church, they built this one. It was built in the period between 1036 and 1056. It was finished, completed 2 years after the division of the Holy Church into Roman Catholic and Eastern Orthodox, and this belonged to the Orthodox world.
By the end of the 14th century, the Balkan Peninsula was under rule of the Islamic Ottoman Empire. A short time later, St. Sophia was converted into a mosque and remained so until the fall of the Ottomans in the 1920s. In 1991, the Republic of Macedonia officially declared independence from Yugoslavia. With efforts to help bolster the Macedonian economy through tourism, over 76,000 acres located southwest of Skopje were designated as the Yasin Nature Reserve in 2010. Among other activities, this area is well known for extraordinary Balkan chamois hunting. The shammy, or chamois, is a small goat-like animal with 10 subspecies occurring natively in the mountains of Central and Eastern Europe. Weighing in at an average of only 75 pounds, chamois are one of the smallest species of the Capernet family. Here on the slopes of Mount Karadžica in the Yasin Nature Reserve, the Balkan chamois thrives as a result of both habitat management and wildlife conservation, without the need for fences, breeding programs, or reintroduction of the species. Proof that hunter-driven conservation efforts are not only effective, but vital to the sustainability of wildlife. We're in this lodge up here in the side of the mountain. It's just beautiful. This is not what I expected. I figured it would be a little bit more flat and rolling hills, but this is perfect. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. Home sweet home for the next 8 days. Sweet. This is living large. Hunting camp is something I have always looked forward to since I was just a boy growing up in Western New York State. What's amazing is how the camaraderie among hunters spans the barriers of culture and language. Sitting here with fellow sportsmen from around the world, I'm filled with excitement from great tales of adventure, and even more so with anticipation of the first morning's hunt. As the first modern bow hunter in Macedonia, I have a little trepidation about the hunt, especially after my experiences in Azerbaijan. Neither of my guides have any exposure with archery hunting, and that could spell disaster. The hunt has barely begun, and I can already tell that the gamekeeper, Vasco, is tuned in. He's paying attention to the wind, moving slowly, and carefully leading us to prime locations for getting in range of a chamois. Vasco is responsible for the forestry and wildlife management of Yasin, and is a vital part of the conservation efforts here. Not only does he know every crevice of this mountain, he also knows where the animals congregate and is tasked with ensuring only mature individuals are harvested.
This bush green tree. Tanto finale. Maybe it's a group there.
Along with Vasco is our guide and translator, Blagoj. Even keeled and inexcitable, Blagoj is a wealth of knowledge, and he too appears to understand archery hunting tactics.
We're almost doing the same like when the client came with his wife, you know.
Yeah, this terrain in particular is very good for bow hunting. My opinion so far is this is a great opportunity for bow hunting.
A weather system takes hold as the day moves on. Fog and light rain make it difficult to find any chamois in these mountains. We decide to head back to camp early as the weather worsens, hoping for better luck tomorrow.
It's so nice that everything's dry. Not exactly the normal mountain hunt, but it is a pleasure to have for sure. We've taken over this lodge. This whole room is our drying room. What a difference it makes though, versus getting started with everything soaking wet. Casual hike. He just wanted to warm our legs up. It was so thick up there. You know, the air and the fog. Even if there was a chamois, we wouldn't have seen one.
We quietly watch from a distance for the next 2 hours. Today's forecast calls for clear skies and warmer weather, which will push the chamois up to higher altitudes. Once they move over the ridgeline, we quickly close the distance between us.
It's dead quiet out here. There's no wind. To get in close is a pretty challenging thing to do. When we crested up here, we had him at 93 yards right on that ridge over there, but there's no way I'm going to shoot at a chamois at 93 yards. The target is smaller than a white-tailed deer, way smaller than a sheep, so the odds for error are just too high. So there's chamois everywhere. There's tracks everywhere. There's just unbelievable terrain up here. This is their living room, their bedroom. This is where they hang out, so we're in the right spot. It's 10:30. We got the rest of the day in front of us still, so I'm optimistic. Definitely not at all disappointed. This is so far going really good, so just gotta keep going and be patient.
We carefully ease out, trying not to spook these chamois. Our goal is to circle around them on the backside of the mountain with the hope of getting in close enough for a shot.
It's so quiet. We gotta make sure they don't bust the other line. Just take our time. We're close. We're only 200 meters.
He was standing, like, right here was his track. Standing here and here. So I had a shot under the branch.
You find arrow?
No, but... And I heard a pop. That was the pop, the branch. Not the beast. I just cut the branch. It's better than wounding him. It's a bit of a relief. I just saw it. I just saw the back of one down there, going this way. He's laying right there, boys. He's right there. Yeah. Finished. Finito. Thank you. Follow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Oh, that makes me feel so good. Jeez. That's the gratification of all the hard work. It's so much better than with a gun. I'm kind of overwhelmed with appreciation for being able to be out here in these mountains and take an animal like this with a bow. But also to put a good shot on this animal like that is something really important to me. So I'm kind of awestruck at the moment to be able to sit here with this incredible creature way up here in the Karadžica Mountains. They're a beautiful animal. I could not be more honored and humbled to make history as the first archery hunter allowed into Macedonia in modern times. To also harvest the first free-range Balkan chamois with a bow, and it simply cannot get any better than this. Never in my life have I seen an entire animal put in a backpack in one piece. That's awesome. That's the benefit of the tiny little chamois. You carry it out in one piece. Hunting is so much more than simply harvesting an animal. It's about the adventure and time spent outdoors, the dedication to tradition and conservation, and making new friends in new places. Yes, look at that, guys. Oh, that's the shot you want right there. Oh my God, that's a tiny heart too. Might be one of my best shots ever. Right, Mike? That's a beauty. Share some whiskey.
My friend, American. America, Macedonia.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The future of bow hunting here with you.
Cheers.
Thank you. For the chamois.
You champion.
Good hunt. Thank you. Yes. Respect to the animal. Thank you. Vasco likes it. This is to celebrate the chamois. The good quality wood match with a good quality cigar. That's the way to smoke cigar. There you go. Perfect. You liking that there? friends. Good hunt, good time.
Zdravlje.
Zdravlje na zdravlje.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. As we reminisce about the hunt and discuss the future of archery hunting in Macedonia, a mouth-watering aroma wafts in from the kitchen. Much to my surprise, the chef has prepared my shammy for breakfast.
It is really, really good. It's so tender, look at it. It just falls apart. This is really good. His finest work.
Making history with the first modern bow hunt in Macedonia is an experience I will certainly never forget, and one I can only hope will have a positive impact on how the government here views archery hunting. Maybe someday in the future, they will consider the bow and arrow less of a poacher's weapon and more of an ethical option for the continued conservation of the Balkan chamois. There are many amazing opportunities for rifle hunters in Macedonia and throughout the rest of Eastern Europe. My dream is that the success of this historical hunt will open doors for myself and other archery hunters around the globe for years to come.